Are you aware of today's concerns surrounding the indoor air you breathe every day? The indoor air you breathe is a critical component of every building, from high-volume spaces like schools and hospitals to the place you call home. It directly impacts your health, comfort, and longevity. This is the AirZap Show, your essential resource for science-based strategies and innovative solutions to deliver safe indoor air quality. Get ready for a highly informative and engaging ride towards healthier environments. The AirZap Show starts now.
Hello, my name is Gary Davidson, and welcome to the AirZap Show. I am your host, and I serve as the president and CEO of AirZap. This podcast and those that you're going to see in the future are all going to be focused about the indoor air and the quality of that indoor air in terms of what we are breathing. This has gained so much attention over the last several years, especially since COVID came about. So with that, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine who is the president and CEO of Nichia America. Erik, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
Great to be here.
So Erik, I want to tell you, a wonderful, wonderful guy, very intelligent. He has a lot of history with LEDs. He's been in the industry for 20 years and has been with Nichia for 17. And if you don't mind me, adding to this, Erik is the first American president for Nichia, which is, I'll let him share more about Nichia itself, but this is a big deal, here in the U.S. for us. So Erik, again, welcome.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
So Erik, with that being said, give me a little background about you, and please share some more about Nichia, because I'm sure many of our viewers today don't really know much about it.
Yeah, no, thank you for the introduction. Honor. Humbling. Nichia is an awesome company, and to think it's almost 20 years with the company now, it's pretty insane. I was an engineer in the auto industry for about 6 years beforehand, and took a flyer to work with an LED manufacturer, 2007, not realizing this was going to be the rest of my career, and with a company that I've fallen in love with and people that I've fallen in love with. And, Nichia is a unique company that a lot of people don't know about. We have taken a lot of pride in being the guy behind the guy, and that's enabled us to stay true to our roots as a company. So when I talk about Nichia, we were founded in 1956 as a specialty chemical company by the Ogawa family in Tokushima, Japan. The founder, he was a pharmacist, and he founded the company mining and processing calcium compound materials that was provided to the pharmaceutical industry to help treat tuberculosis after World War II. And it was founded on this premise of providing back to society. The process of that calcium material is very similar to fluorescent lighting, what we know in indoor lighting, fluorescent lamps. And in the 60s, Nichia transitioned its business to becoming the world's largest phosphor manufacturer. So Nichia was supplying phosphors to the likes of GE and Philips and Osram as the core component for fluorescent lighting. We were the world's largest phosphor manufacturer for about 35 years. In 93, Nichia stumbled upon the invention of the blue LED. That changed the company, that really changed the world in terms of LED, because what that blue LED enabled was the invention of the white LED, which Nichia did in 1996. Boom, the industry started taking off. Nichia went from a couple hundred employee company to now upwards of 9,500 employees globally. Take a lot of pride. We are still family owned, manufacturing in Japan. Almost all of our manufacturing is in Japan, supplying LEDs to all the markets around the world, whether that's automotive, LCD backlighting, general illumination. We're going to talk a little bit about UV today. We've been doing UV LEDs for over 20 years. And it's all about providing back to society. On the LED side of things, it's a story of energy efficiency, right? The LED products in our homes, on the streets, in the offices, saving dramatic amounts of energy, and again, providing to society. So it's been a very exciting run. My time with Nichia, again, a great honor. I started in sales, and it was my first job in sales. So I thought this would be kind of a short-term run to get to know sales, transitioning from engineering. And I fell in love with the company. It's, again, the family-owned presence. Everybody contributing and doing things the right way, a very long-term vision, which enables us to keep the focus on innovation, keep the focus on technology, do things the right way. And as a salesperson, when I got started, I could be true to myself. I could be who I was, selling a really innovative product, and that led to success. Obviously, the company makes amazing products, but when you can be in the field and be yourself, that's just a perfect marriage. And I've been fortunate enough to be put in positions and take advantage of good opportunities along with our team to have a lot of success. So it's a great run. And like I said, that's opened up new markets, new spaces. The UV world kind of came to us in the late 2010s. We started really ramping up. COVID happened, and here we are today.
Wow, that's a great story. Yeah, that's remarkable. And for our viewers, I'm going to flip the script a little bit. For our viewers, can you share with them to give them a sense of understanding the size of this company? And the one thing that that everybody seems to be aware of when I mentioned the Sphere in Vegas, tell me a little bit about that. And am I correct that there's actually another one going up in Singapore for which you all may be involved with?
Singapore, it's actually Abu Dhabi. There will be a second one. Yeah, that was probably one of the most fun projects I've ever been a part of. Obviously, my history with Nichia, a lot of it's been in general illumination, which was a lot of fun as LEDs were adopted into lamps and bulbs in our homes, and then eventually street lights and office lighting. That was a blast of a run. I started getting involved in other applications as well. The video display market is a market that Nichia has done very well in for a long time. A lot of the sports stadium scoreboards and billboards. The volume's not quite as large historically as general illumination, but it's a lot of fun projects.
Right.
The Sphere was amazing. That was a blast of a project and an amazing venue that is unlike anything in the world. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I've been there.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, just out of curiosity, how many lights from Nichia are used in the construction of that?
Oh, gosh. It's well over 200 million pieces.
Wow, that's much more than I thought.
And I think that's the interesting piece when we talk about scale of LEDs. Ultimately, Nichia is a semiconductor manufacturer, and semiconductor manufacturers need scale and need volume, right, to be successful. Nichia at its core is one, a manufacturer, and two, an innovator and technology innovator. So coupling those two together in the semiconductor space breeds success. And when you talk about scale and volume, general illumination brings that, video display can bring that. And it's kind of a mind-boggling number, but the LED industry as a whole, Nichia is the world's largest LED manufacturer. But in terms of volume, over 1 trillion LEDs a year are produced throughout the industry. So it's massive.
Wow.
It really is.
And you all are global as well, correct?
Nichia is, correct. Like I said, family-owned, established in Tokushima, Japan, and that's where the mass majority of our manufacturing is. But sales organizations around the world, we do have one manufacturing site in Malaysia for some of our lamp type display LEDs, but I would say over 90% of our manufacturing is in Japan. And then, like I said, with sales organizations around the world.
Oh, that's great. So you touched a moment ago about the UV technology.
Yeah.
Can you share more about that, and especially in where the disinfection, you I think are in 3 areas, and how that relates, especially more to the indoor air that that seems to be such a big topic today.
Yeah. To me, it's been a really fun and interesting space to look at. As I mentioned, Nichia has been doing UV LEDs for over 20 years now. A lot of that has been focused on UVA technology in the curing industry, paint curing, ink curing. And around 2019, Nichia started investing a little bit more and heavily into the UVC space, so shorter wavelengths, deeper wavelengths, 280 nanometers and below. Seeing that technology is ramping up, it's getting more efficient, it's getting longer lasting, has more applicability to applications. Obviously, 2020, the world was changed forever probably with COVID. Brought a lot more attention to disinfection, whether that's water, air, surface. Unfortunately, there was a lot of gimmicky type products during that windfall that maybe gave the technology a little black eye for a short period of time. But once you step back and breathe and realize, okay, what's real? What are we trying to deal with? LED technology, UVC LED technology brings an opportunity to address these challenges. Not that mercury lamps haven't been doing it in certain spaces for a long time, but LED brings a new opportunity to, one, get rid of mercury, but two, open up new markets such as air purification in spaces we've never done it before. The industry has never done it before.
That's great. Can you maybe expand upon why this technology is applicable for a product like AirZap today?
Yeah. I think you look at LED technology, the obvious, it's not mercury. So it gives you a solid state device that can address a problem without the risk of mercury. Two, the form factor. The LEDs that are in the product are 3.5 millimeter by 3.5 millimeter. These are tiny chips, right? So now you're talking a form factor that allows you to design and develop a product that can be used in spaces maybe that weren't looked at before or utilized in a manner that weren't designed for before, to create a system that's more efficient, whether that's electrically or in terms of disinfection, more efficient. So LED technology itself brings a new curveball that you guys have been able to take advantage of. Why Nichia's product or just whether that's the next gen or whatever is, okay, now we talk about efficiency of the LED. How efficient is it? How long lasting is it? The maintenance story behind LED is another huge advantage. LEDs, when designed in a system properly, can last a very long time. So you take out that maintenance story and your ROI is very attractive. So there's a lot of advantages that LEDs offer that other applications have taken advantage of. There's a reason why when we get in our car, every light source is an LED. There's a reason in our house when we drive around, go to work, almost everything is LED. There's a variety of reasons and benefits, and we've gone through this adoption curve in many other applications and industries. I said earlier, the UV space is fun because I'm kind of reliving that. When I started with Nichia in 2007, white LED wasn't used in general illumination, and we got to see that adoption curve for whatever the reason the application wanted it for. We got to see that evolution. We got to see the technology evolve and innovate as Nichia's products and the industry's products got better and better, and how those were adopted. UV space, disinfection space, kind of reliving that. And you don't get that many moments in life where you can say, hold on, I want to rewind the clock, go back and do things maybe in a better way with knowledge that you had, right? A little Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure all over again. We get to live this and do it the right way. And that's, I think, the key. I mentioned earlier some of the distractions during COVID of some gimmicky products or people trying to take advantage of an opportunity. Doing things the right way, designing products the right way, utilizing technology the right way, implementing them into systems the right way. That's where you talk about longevity and success. And I think that's where you guys are barking down the right path.
Oh, good. Yeah. So for you viewers, I want to share with you that I've had the pleasure of knowing Erik for several years, and I made a phone call to him, I guess almost 3 years ago. And not trying to put you on the spot, but I would love to hear your impression of what you thought when I approached you with AirZap. And we were in the very early stages at that time, by the way, and asked you to come and meet with us here in the Washington, D.C. area. I'd love to get your impressions now that we've moved pretty far along, with AirZap and with all the success we're having with it today.
Yeah. It's been a fun couple of years. And that first thought impression, it was, all right, another one of these. Like, let's see where this goes. I'm happy to talk to anybody. Gary seems like a nice guy. Let's talk. But is this another one of those? I can use millions of these, and it's going to go everywhere. And okay. And first time we sat down, I could see the passion with you and your team. And quickly, as we started talking about the design and utilization and implementation of it, okay, this isn't that far off. This seems legit. These guys have their heads on straight. They're designing product the right way and implementing the technology in a manner that is not trying to take advantage of an opportunity and doing it the right way, as I mentioned before.
Right.
So time passed. Our teams worked together with some other partners involved, obviously. And okay, we've seen this evolution to now this product that is legit. And it's, again, the air disinfection space. So those 3 pillars of disinfection I mentioned earlier, it's a market that's really important to Nichia and is important to you guys. We want to be able to provide back to society and provide cleaner air. And again, doing it the right way, which you guys have done, you're taking advantage of it. So couldn't be happier.
Good.
Yeah.
And the same here. We appreciate the partnership that we've developed, with you all. And our success is a large part due to, your commitment to us as well. And the education. We've learned a lot from you as well. And so with that, I want to thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to answer any questions you have about today's podcast. Erik, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Awesome.
Bye.
That wraps up this edition of the AirZap Show, your source for educational information designed to help you better understand the technology and next-generation solutions for indoor air free from harmful pathogens. To our homeowners, don't let unseen threats like COVID, RSV, and other harmful pathogens compromise your living space. We encourage you to ask your HVAC contractor about the revolutionary AirZap air purification system for your home today. To our contractor partners, explore how AirZap can enhance your service offerings and discuss becoming a preferred partner by visiting airzap.com right now. We'll see you next time with more insights on how new advances in technology are coming about, greatly improving the quality of the air you breathe.